Genesis Part 2, the final DLC of ARK Survival Evolved. With it comes several new creatures, a massive map, and an end to the wonderful ARK story. In this video, I'll be playing 100 days on this new expansion and show you everything that happened. But first, I want to mention Luke the Notable for creating a 100 days idea and Zany Zebra for bringing it to ARK. Without further ado, let's begin. On day 1, I didn't do much. Spent the entire day exploring the map, running into things and punching them to death. Then I found a Bronto. I decided I was gonna try and kill it with the tech punch. But, that didn't go as planned. But my wounds quickly healed when I found this drop. I had some polymer that could be useful for later game items. Then I made some wooden structures and headed to a nearby tower to set up camp. There I placed a wooden foundation, a storage box, and a campfire. And then I found my first Genesis Part 2 creature, the Maywing. And then some dillos tried to kill me, but I quickly took care of them with the tech punch. And then I went on a killing spree, killed a parasaur, got some hide. And then I killed this party dodo that gave me some cake. And then I went back and I made some meat to cook. And I started making some basic stuff. Made a couple of chibis, and did the slide and glide mission on Gamma. I attempted the Team Downriver Run mission. I don't want to talk about it. On day 2, I went around getting a few drops, and then I found this. A high-level Maywing. It would be pretty useful for getting around the map, actually. And I tried to trap it with some billboards, but it got out, as you could probably expect. And who would have thought? But I managed to track it down and trap it. And then I killed an Ovis, and I got all of its mutton and tamed it up.
Our missing crew called this duck-billed glider a Maywing. They genetically engineered it to be a wet nurse and surrogate parent for all kinds of baby animals. Babies supposedly find their milk irresistible.
On day 3, early in the morning, I made a Maywing saddle and a loadout mannequin. And then I took the Maywing out for a test run. And boy was he fast. Look at him go! He was so fast, in fact, that I thought it would be a good idea to name him Chase. Because he could chase down everything on the entire map without struggle. Then me and Chase flew around, or glided around I guess, and went on a berry run. Got a bunch. And then I figured out if you killed yourself while doing the tech run, you could get an increased FOV on console, which is pretty cool and you can't typically get. And then I attempted the Team Downriver Run mission again, but I got stuck on another invisible barrier. Typical ARK. On day 4, I made some trank arrows and went around collecting some drops. These drops weren't that bad, honestly. And then I found this high-level wolf, our direwolf, and I knocked them out. And I got some prime. And then I tried to kill this alpha raptor for levels and even more prime, but it got a little crowded. Killed this Quetzal and got some prime and went back to tame the wolf. And then I found this little Jerboa, so I knocked him out and I started to tame him. Then this little Ferox came out of nowhere. I was kind of scared he was going to transform. Then I tamed the Jerboa and we headed back home. And when we did, I named him Jeremy. On day 5, I went into the space biome to get some metal. And then I went on a little killing spree for some hide with the direwolf. And he was pretty powerful. And then I found this awesome base spot. Got a few drops. and found this high-level snow owl, but things didn't go as planned. On day 6, I went out to space and I got some mutagel. And then I made a trap and trapped this other high-level snow owl. It's gonna need it for some healing. And then I knocked him out, and he tamed up at the end of day 6. On day 7, me and Chase went to Rockwell's garden for the first time. And then we found this Shinehorn, which I named Fernando, and I tamed it. Then I found this Arvelonosaur. Trapped him, knocked him out, and fed him Prime. Day 8, Arvelonosaur finished taming, and then I found another thing to tame. Max level Aloe, so I knocked him out and tamed him up. And then, in the same spot, I found a 145 female. I wonder how many people can think I spawned them in. On day 9, I started breeding the Aloes. Claimed these two twins. And then they had some pretty good stats. And then I went on a killing spree with the Velonosaur. Day 10, finally in the double digits. Started off the day by claiming some Aloes, and then I made a Rex saddle and 2 Aloe saddles. Wanted to go tame a high level Rex, so I got one of my Aloes, and I headed out. I made some narcotics first though, and then I also got a drop on the way. Pretty freaking good. Got another drop here. Had a volt, which is pretty useful. And then I found this 174 Tech Rex. And then I lit over this Alpha Raptor, which I took out the Aloe and killed it with. Once the Alpha was dead, I tracked down the Rex and knocked it out. 11, the Rex finished taming. Did some pretty good damage for a base tamed Rex. Then I found a drop and I headed back home. On day 12, I found this super high level otter, 135, and then I tamed him up. Then I found this Quetzal egg, and I tried to give it back to its rightful owner, but he didn't want it. So I snatched it and found this drop. Killed an Alpha Raptor, went back to this base spot, placed some foundations, and an ocean platform. Day 13, I spent all day making foundations and getting element shards in space. Day 14, I made an industrial forge and went to Rockwell's innards.
To access Rockwell's control room, but we need to hack into nearly every other system in the ship first.
Day 15, I attempted Code Red, but I had to cancel it because it was too hard, so I did Slide and Glide on Beta instead. Day 15, I spent all day looking for a gacha, but instead found a Shadow Main. Day 17, I finally found a gacha. When I tried to give it some stuff to tame it, it didn't even want it. So I went out and got some drops instead. On day 18, I went back to the old base and got some items and creatures.
What the dog doing?
On day 19, I made minor preparations for Code Red. On day 20, I had this much progress done on the base, and then I found this little low-level Ferox, but I decided it would be fun to tame it anyway. On day 21, On day 22, I attempted to do the slide and glide mission, but failed. And then I did slipstream sweep on Gamma, Beta, and then Alpha. And then I did circuit chase on Gamma difficulty. On day 23, I went around getting a bunch of drops, and they were pretty good. Got some more drops. And then I found this low level Alpha T-Rex by the base. It would be some pretty good XP. So I got on my Velonosaur and shot it from up above. And then to finish it off, I got the Tech Rex and started fighting it on foot. On day 24, I found this super good drop. It had 2 tech bows and ascendant tech claws. And this is going to be the best drop I'd ever find, like ever. This is going to be super useful for knocking things out insanely quickly. And then I found another drop with a tech force field in it, which is pretty good. On day 26, I attempted circuit chase on Beta, but failed. Tried again, and then I passed the mission. Then I tried it on Alpha, and I failed. Then I tried it again, and I did it. I tried Star Dolphin, failed. Tried Star Wing Strike on Beta, and did it. Tried to do it on Alpha, and did it too. Then I tried to do Survive the ARK on Gamma, but that clearly didn't go well. On day 27, I found a low-level Quetzal, which I netted, and then I knocked it out using my brand new tech bow. It didn't take that many shots, but it got free of the neck gun because I didn't want to waste too many element shards. Then I found this super good date on saddle and a drop. And then I started killing a couple things like this Diplo for some prime meat for the Quetzal. And then it tamed while I was playing around with the tech bow. On day 28, I went back to Rocco's Garden to tame a Managarmer. I found a high level one, and it only took a few shots to knock out since my bow was so OP. After it was knocked out, it tamed quickly after. It must have been drained from food or something. After that, I found a high level Quetzal and a high level Managarmer. I knocked out the Managarmer and the Quetzal, and after the mana was tamed, I went to go babysit the Quetzal for the rest of the day. Day 29, the ARK Quetzal finished taming, and I went back home. High level Alpha Rex, and I started pelting with arrows. And then I saw a drop in the distance, so I went to go get it, and good thing I did, because it was a high quality Ascendant Giga Saddle. This could be useful if I ever go and tame one. Then I went back to the Alpha Rex and finished the job. After that, I did Slipstream Sweep on Alpha, and then tried to do Downriver Run again on Gamma. On day 30, this was all the progress that I had done on the base. I thought I was getting pretty good stuff done, and then I found this. A high level R Giga. It will go perfect with the Ascendant Saddle that I previously found. And I got a little cocky, and I tried to poke it with a pike, where I decided against it, and then I raised up this little mana. On day 31, I went to Rockwell's Garden again to do a quick metal run, get more progress done on the base. Then I went around collecting a few drops, and this was one really good one I got, and then I imprinted the mana that I was raising. On day 32, I did Slipstream Sweep on Alpha multiple times to grind out some points to buy cementing paste for the base. And then I attempted to do Star Dolphin, but
Hold on. Try to open the firewall.
then I tried Team Downriver Run on Gamma again, but got stuck and found this drop instead. On day 33, the mana finished imprinting, I put a saddle on it, and I went to go on a test drive. This thing was pretty strong for just an imprinted mana. I might mutate them at some point though. Sucks how much nerfs they've gotten over the years. But they're still good. On day 34, I went on another metal run. On day 35, I spent all day looking around the map for Alpha Raptors and Alpha Carnos to kill to level up my mana. On day 36, I had a goal. And that goal was to go and tame that Giga that I saw in Rockwell's Garden. This could be useful for missions if I can even bring them in there, or killing alphas for levels. So I got a bunch of gear and went to it. After the Giga was knocked out, I found a Featherlight and I tamed it. And then I took the Giga out for a test run. And it was pretty good, as you could probably expect from a Giga. Our creatures have more melee damage than regular creatures. And I was pretty happy with the tame. It was destroying stuff, which is why I got it. So pretty good. On day 37, I went on another massive metal and crystal run in Rockwell's Garden, and then I found a low-level glowtail, so I tamed it up to add to my collection of shoulder pets. Day 38, I got some good gear. By day 40, this was the progress that I got done on the base. It was pretty good. I had the main foundation down and most of the walls were up. Pretty good progress, I'd say. Day 41, I did downriver run.
So, do we get a victory lap?
And then I attempted to do team downriver run, but I got stuck again. And I finally got to the end of Star Dolphin, but I died.
Wasn't expecting the replicator subsystem to look like a space whale. Oh, but won't it feel good to spoil a whale hunt?
Because of the time limit. Then I did Slipstream Sweep on Alpha again, just for those extra points. And then Sliding Glide on Alpha.
So, do we get a victory lap?
And then I found this high-level Mammoth and Rhino, so I knocked them both out. Used to be pretty good tames, so I just decided to tame them. But the Direwolf, And then I did a little creature tour, so enjoy. After that, I killed this Alpha Raptor with my Ascendant shotgun that was surrounded by 37 other things, including berries, sarcos, and direwolves. And then I found this purple drop. On day 52, I imprinted the first Shadow Mane, and I spent the rest of the day looking for Tech Rex mutations. Day 53, I was tending to all the mutated Maywings and Tech Rexes that I had got. And then I found this ARK gas bags and I knocked it out. Day 54, I went back to the Striders and finally realized what I was doing wrong. I was pressing the wrong button the entire time. I'm not smart. So I started taming them up, one after another. They all had different attachments, so it would be good to have a variety. So I started taming them up, and it was pretty simple after that. Day 55, I started heading home with the Striders, which would take forever because they're super slow. And then I found this high level Daedon, so I bullet it and knocked it out. And then I found another one, a max level this time, so I did the same, knocked it out and tamed it. Day 56, I had a bunch of mutated Rexes and even this super cool blue Shadow Mane. Montage
some of the controls are still up and running. Though I'm locked out. But you should still have access. You know, in the event of emergency and a colonist revives early, blah blah blah, etc, etc. Crew's all dead, you're revived, and the ship's been turned into meat. Seems like an emergency situation, right? There you go. Now you can use your access to get mine back. Don't worry, it should be idiot-proof. I mean, user-friendly. Just tap any blue icon that looks like me until it turns green. Yes! I'm back in again. Wow. That was really neat in this instance, isn't it? The darkest part of the ship is even sounded to me.
This is where you fall to your knees, just like all the other ones. Please, no. I don't want to die, etc., etc. Go on. Beg and plead. I promise I won't think twice of you. Don't imagine I could think any less of you. And honestly, with those beating drive and that slack jaw, you're like a vole that tunneled into an abattoir. And I'm afraid it's far too late for you to try scouring right out again.
Seems pretty sure of yourself, huh? Probably wise to work your way up to dealing with his loyalty. Must have struck a nerve if you're going to stick his hand up in meat puppet to spot you like that.
Oh, you all want to talk. How long has your latest puppet here even been thawed out? Your weapons are pitiful against me. You are nothing but an ant trying to bite at the toes of a god.
All this power really was gone to your... yes. But he's right about one thing. We're gonna need more firepower. Good thing I went exo-mech shopping in the ship's fabrication. Hey, you gave me access to the ship's systems. This one comes with a famous cannon option that just happens to interface with yours too. And it should be able to run right through most of those wacky bastards.
Oh, I almost felt that one.
Don't listen to me. You're doing great.
Surprise! I've been making my own people. My new children.
Really? Another puppet show?
You really couldn't just cooperate and die. No, not you, no. You insist on surviving and making a nuisance of yourselves. All of your tiresome meddling has come to nothing.
Sorry, mate. I gave everything I got. I don't have any more primary energy to power the exo-mech.
so singularly irritating. I will not allow you to spoil my ascension, my godhood.
Generations put all their hopes and dreams into this mission.
Enough! This ends now! Your survival ends here!
Is that desperation I hear? All right, I'm using all my reserves. The exomech is back online, one last time. Get in.
On day 85, I realized that I only got one tech gram, the exomech, and I couldn't make it without having the tech replicator. So I just got all the resources that was needed for the exomech, and I just dropped them all on the ground, and then I spawned one in, and I thought it was fair. Looking back now, it would have made more sense if I got all the resources for a tech replicator, but I can't change the past. Here's more proof. And then I spawned in the exomech and used it for a couple of things like making a mech and some canteens and a tech jump pad and even a scout, which was pretty fun. And then I went out on the mech. This time, it was day 100. For day 100, I wanted to do something special. So I got my main shadow main, and I went looking for something. A Giga. I was gonna attempt a Giga with one single shadow main, and see how it goes. since that was so easy, I tried to fight this Alpha T-Rex that was... And it was even easier when the Giga. So, that was the 100 Days on Genesis Part 2. I wasn't happy that I had to cheat to do the boss, but I had no other choice. I hope you guys understand and enjoyed the video. The next 100 days will be on Genesis Part 1. Goodbye.